Right, part 2 of the video. The purpose of this second part is to illustrate once again the nature of the traffic flow in and around the complex and how customers are not coming to the drive-through one at a time, but 6 or 7 or 8 cars at a time in a space of around 3 minutes. So time again, it's 18:25, Friday the 23rd of February. I'm going to roll footage. So 18:25, 2 cars have entered the drive-through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. Time is 18:28. So nine cars in a space of 3 minutes have entered the drive-through lane. With the proposed intercom system, my stacking queue shortened by 4 vehicles. So right now, these cars would be backed up into the 4-way stop. And I continue to roll the footage. What I also want you to observe is the rate at which the vehicles at KFC's collection window are moving in relation to the rate at which the cars in our drive-through stacking queue are moving. That's a 10th car, that red one, 11th. "12 cars in the space of 5 minutes. Again, notice how the rate at which the stacking queue is moving versus the rate at which cars at the KFC are exiting. Okay, I'm going to speed this footage up a bit because I want to illustrate now what happens. You'll see around 18:45 a huge backlog develops around the 4-way stop. The backlog is caused by Steers cars exiting the drive-through. It's caused by KFC customers, in-store customers leaving the store. And here it is. It's caused by traffic seemingly unable to exit the complex. So you've got 3 or 4 cars exiting the complex. You've got cars coming in, and you've got this vehicle over here, KFC sit-down customer, attempting to leave. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Our stacking queue is completely clear. And there are a number of cars exiting the Steers drive-through. And there we have it. So all of a sudden you've got this very unpleasant situation where cars are basically on top of each other. Now if I'm running a stacking queue that is backed up all the way into this 4-way stop, can you just imagine the pandemonium? That car had to actually reverse to make way for incoming traffic. And then the bottleneck to some extent is alleviated. You see cars managing to exit the center. And that in turn frees up the traffic. Right, I just want to go back. That queue that had developed in our drive-through So currently in the payment and in the payment window and the order window, you have a cashier. You have a cashier with an assistant. The assistant's function is to carefully listen to the order that's being captured and decant condiments, cold drinks, serviettes, sauce, straws, etc. Going to speed it up a little. The drive-through lane itself. An indication that the kitchen is currently under these circumstances maintaining. The customer's wait when they reach window 2 is relatively short, and the traffic flow through the drive-through lane is relatively smooth. In sharp contrast to what we were seeing at KFC. KFC, a pre-cooked product, versus Steers, a pre-cooked product, but one which has to be assembled on order. So already we had quite a disadvantage in terms of how kitchens function in relation to how KFC is doing things. So there you have a relatively smooth traffic flow. $51 cars we processed in the hour between 6 and 7, and between 7 and 8 that increased and improved to 60 cars for the hour. So again, in your window 1, you have a cashier, usually with an assistant. Cashier takes order, takes payment. Assistant decants cold drinks. And this is possible at a rate of 1 customer a minute. With the proposed intercom system, we have an issue. First of all, on all the sketches to date, I have not seen any allocation of a second point of sale. So effectively, it is still 1 point of sale in the window. My understanding of how the intercom system works is you have 2 point of sales. One where payment is taken, and one where the order is captured. So you in fact have 2 cashiers. One capturing the order, and the second taking payment from the car that's pulled up to the window. But we have a third element here, which hasn't been discussed, and that is decanting of condiments and cold drinks. Now, 90% of the time, the cashier is alone in window 1. It's only over peak periods or when there is a queue developing of 6 or 7 cars or more that she's accompanied by an assistant. So my question is, during the week you have a queue of 3 to 4 cars. Car 1 pulls up to the intercom, places their order. Car 1 proceeds to the collection to the payment window, is then required to pay as well as receive condiments. But by this stage, car 2 has already pulled up to the intercom and is attempting to place an order. So your cashier is in the process of taking car 2's order, taking payment from car 1, decanting cold drinks to car 1, all simultaneously. I really don't see how this is doable or possible. I can concede that an experienced cashier and a very efficient cashier is perhaps able to simultaneously take orders while receiving payment. But there is a third component, and that is the packing of cold drinks and condiments, which is done at the orders window. So how do you overcome this third element now? Because that's a third requirement of the cashier in the order window. So naturally this has to be addressed.